everybody. Sorry, I was just typing to the teams real quick. I'm Swing, and I am joined here actually by quite a few people, but the first one I'm going to introduce to you is my friend Moist Weenus.
Hello, Swing. Hello, NGS. Hello, world. Happy to be here on a fantastic Thursday evening, ready for some playoff history.
Heck yeah. So I am super pumped for this. We got a lot of fun things coming your guys' way. But first, let me just let you know what we're going to be showing you. And this is NGS. This is the Season 4 Division C West Semifinals. And this is the number 1 seed Guys Gems versus number 4 seed Team Awesomesauce. And we very much want to get into the game. We're just getting it set up now. But and here we've got the bracket showing you what the situation is here. So the winner of this game will play Rush B in the next round of the playoffs. So while we get the game set up, we are actually going to send you over to the analyst desk where we have Circe and Linehouse, who are going to give you a little bit of preview of what we have in store for us here today. Take it over, guys!
Thanks for having us, Swing and Weenus. How you doing, Circe?
I'm doing great, Linehouse. How are you doing tonight?
I am doing just fine. I'm excited to see this matchup between Guys Gems and Team Awesomesauce.
I am also very excited. This should be a really good game. They've both had an excellent season. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, Guys Gems has been one of basically the strongest team in the division all season long, and they're clearly hoping to keep it going at night. But I feel that Team Awesomesauce does have the tools to dethrone them, so to speak, if they play on all cylinders tonight.
Absolutely. Guys Gems, personally, I'm just so proud of them. They had a great season this season. Last season, I know they did really well, but they struggled in the playoffs. This season so far, they've just had a really great playoffs as well. They've kind of kept their head in the game. So I'm excited to see how it goes. Team Awesomesauce, I'm pretty sure this is their first NGS season. And they've also had a really great run. So it should be exciting. We're going to Braxis, which is a really interesting map choice, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty much you want to control the points and snowball hopefully yourself to victory. So I'm trying to figure out, so I was going to recommend that Team Awesomesauce needs to ban or plan to deal with Cody Crass's Tracer throughout the match, but I'm not really certain how much. Maybe Braxis Holdout is a good start in that sense, is Tracer loses a lot of effectiveness on that map.
Yeah, it's definitely not the strongest Tracer map, although Cody Kraz is a beast on his Tracer. Guys, Gems probably wants to watch up for 7-uppers Sonya play those. He has a 75% win rate on that Sonya for Team Awesomesauce. So that's that's definitely something to watch out for. Sonya can have a lot of value as a solo laner on this map, and really having a good, strong solo laner and then a good 4-man is key to keeping this map under control. Do you think we might see a Zagara with any of her, I know she just went through that rework. She was already pretty good on this map at holding the lanes. Do they have any history that you know of Zagara play?
Not that I saw, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything. She was
Right.
kind of out of the meta and a little bit too weak to consider for pro or amateur play at all right now. And with the changes, though, I feel like there's a chance. Although I do feel like there's still stronger solo laners that both teams know how to utilize that they most likely would consider over Zagara. But this is the map. If it were to happen, this is a good map for her.
I love the good Zagara game, so I'm always excited about, maybe we'll see her, but probably not. We'll probably see a Sonya or a Blaze or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what I'm actually really curious about looking at the both the healers, neither one of them really plays a healer that's really great on Braxis Holdout. They both do play Morales, but after that, I don't see Ariel, I don't see Stukov in their top threes. So I'm kind of curious what healers will end up seeing in this particular matchup.
Yeah, that's, we do have a lot of, Funk Panda in particular plays a lot of different healers. He's got a very deep healer pool. All Malfurion, Morales, Lucio, he's played several games on all of those, good win rates on all of them. So he's going to be hard to ban out. Guys Gems might have a little bit harder time, but I have a feeling they probably have some things we haven't seen yet.
Yep, I agree. Well, thank you very much for having us, and we're gonna kick it back up to Swing and Weenus for the match itself.
Yeah, good luck, teams, and we will see you in between the games.
Thank you so much, Linehouse and Circe. You had some great points there, and we are ready to get into the game here.
It's party time.
All right, Braxis Holdout, here we come.
All right. So this was Team Awesome Sauce. They got the map. So we have first hero pick from Guys Gems.
Indeed.
So White House also had a couple pointers about certain team members and things like that. Said who to watch out for. White Ghost support for Guys Gems. Noteworthy. See if he can keep his entire team alive. And then for Team Awesome Sauce, you have Akash, who is second highest damage per minute in the division. So something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. And we've got a first pick, Kale Thos, coming out on the side of Guys Gems.
These guys aren't messing around. 2 bans and a pick, just like that.
The hunt is on.
Yeah.
Team Awesome Sauce doesn't want to deal with Cho'Gall at all. Just
Yeah.
eliminate that from the very beginning. I think that's a wise choice. Just take it off your mind. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
I agree.
You know-
Guys Gems does like that hero a lot. I think that's a very smart ban on the side of Team Awesome Sauce for sure.
Mm-hmm. We see Garrosh and Lunara. Garrosh is very strong right now. I think he's an overall really good tank.
Wow. All right, so we've got Tracer and Rexar coming out for Guys Gems. I believe they played the Tracer Kael'thas combo in their one of the games in their last match as well. Although I don't think they went to Braxis. I think it was on a different map.
Right. And I believe, was it Linehouse was talking about Tracer player from Guys Gems? That's Stwish?
No,
Super high
Strish
win
is
rate?
typically their solo laner.
Okay.
So I'm expecting he'll probably be on the Rexar.
Okay. Well, we'll find out soon enough. It's kind of good that they've gotten rid of the player names. You can't really see who's picking what. You kind of have an idea based if you've done research on the team of who is going to be who, but it kind of removes a little bit of the target banning.
Right.
My blades are yours.
And we did have a Junkrat and a Stukov ban. This is a great map for Stukov, so that makes sense. We've got Sonya picked up here by Team Awesome Sauce, which, she's a great solo laner. They'll probably have a 4-man, down in the bottom lane with Sonya trying to hold a lane on her own, and it looks like that'll probably be against Rexar.
Zool Rules in the chat says perfect ban. That's probably going back to the Gul'dan, or it's probably going back to the Gul'dan and the Cho ban with the delay. So
Right.
yeah, Guys Gems loves the Cho'Gall. Solid ban.
For sure. And Deckard, he's just such a fun healer that he has been such an exciting addition to the roster of supports out there. He's got such a great CC, and you just gotta love him as a hero. And I love both of his ults. I think they're super fun and entertaining.
Yeah, plus it also gives the other team a chance to beat up on the elderly, which is something that you shouldn't do in real life, but sometimes you need to, express yourself and let it go. Get rid of that anger in a digital video game so that you don't go to the Seniors Association and break some kneecaps. So let some anger out that way.
Hey! So that happened. All right, so we've got Ariel and Johanna as the final 2 picks for Guys Gems. I know that Johanna is a hero that Guys Gems really plays a lot. Odin, I know, is really great on her, so I think that's a really nice pickup for them, especially, as a good protector for the Kael'thas and the Tracer.
Yeah, Johanna, a very strong tank. A lot of people think that she's a little bit softer now that they've removed armor from the game, your base armor. But I think she's still very viable and a lot of her ability triggered armor still works and still deters the enemy from getting that kill. However, Tychus, picked up by Team Awesomesauce, trying to chunk down some of these warriors that were picked up by Guy's Gems.
Yeah, I really like that. Tychus, actually, I've seen him used as a solo laner before as well, so I don't know if that would be an option against the Rexar, like maybe if Sonya isn't winning that lane. I'm not sure exactly how Sonya does against Rexar. I mean, I would think with the bearer stuns that she might struggle a little bit, you know, because she's trying to spin and heal, and that interrupts that. But we'll see how that plays out. What do you think, Venus? Which lineup are you liking?
You know, I like the harass potential that Guy's Gems has, with range poke from KT, constant in and out from Tracer. I feel like Awesomesauce, they're gonna have to get some pretty good tosses to throw Guy's Gems off their game and get some kills. So if they can do that, I think they'll be in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer the Rexar as well from Guy's Gems in the solo lane, securing that top beacon.
Mm-hmm.
So as a whole, I think I like the team comp better of Team Awesomesauce, but I think for this map, I think Guy's Gems is going to have the advantage.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, Guy's Gems doesn't have a ton of clear for the Zerg. I mean, Kilthos, but I mean, that does demand a lot as far as mana. But that'll be interesting to see. I think they're going to really be focusing on, making sure that they get those Zerg waves themselves.
Absolutely. Here we go, getting into game one.
All right. And you know what? I didn't mention it. I'm going to mention it right now. We've got Felindrith doing the observing for us tonight. So let's go ahead and introduce the teams. We got Stwish on the Rexstar, Ariel played by White Ghost, Cody Kraz on Tracer, Spoogle's playing Kael'thas, and Odin on Johanna.
And in the red corner for Team Awesomesauce, we have Akash that's playing Tychus. We have Prudentius, the 69 on Sonya. We have Funk Panda on Deckard. We have seven up yours on Lunara, and Tribulation playing Garage.
All right.
Here we go, right in the middle. Everyone is going in except for the top lane, which is going to be Sonya against Rexar. Everybody else playing in the bottom lane. Getting some damage out from Tychus. Odin has to back up a little bit. Gets a little low. In the top lane, let's see how that's going. So far, it looks like Sonya is taking a little bit more damage, and the advantage is going to Rexar. Odin's out of position and does go down in the bottom lane with added power from that tower, just taking so much damage. That was a good play.
Yeah, a lot of damage going out from the Kael'thas there in the bottom lane. See a lot of members of Awesomesauce that got pretty low, but now they're getting healed right back up with all of those wonderful potions from Deckard Cain.
Yep, and the beacons are going to be activating in 8 seconds, so we're going to have to get Odin to rejoin the team and do a 4v4 engage in the bottom lane. This camp is getting picked up by Guy's Gems. They're going to try to grab the siege camp and have that push during the objective. Wisp coming out from 7 up yours, spotted out. So they know what's happening, but they can't stop at this point. They're going to sit on the beacon. Sonya fighting with Swish in the top lane, while Misha just sits her butt down on that beacon.
Yeah.
Now here
getting
comes the
low.
engage.
Garage like up there in the middle of things.
Cody Kraz diving in, then diving back out. Tribulation getting low, but Garage has got a lot of armor.
Oh, Akash got so low on Tychus in the back there, but is going to get out
Odin and
safely.
Cody Kraz also very low. Now we see that camp is pushing a little bit bottom, but both beacons are being held respectively by their teams. We're going to see a rotation from Guy's Gems to try to maybe get another camp, keep some pressure going.
Oh, Kael'thas caught out.
Googles. KT not going to survive. Luckily, though, the respawn timers are short right now, and he will be back in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Bruiser Camp getting picked up by Guys Gems. Very nice.
So in the top lane, Sonya having trouble getting the point from the Rexar, so Tychus is going to go ahead and come up and help with that.
Meet your
Awesomesauce.
maker, Misha.
Yeah. Awesomesauce has control of both beacons right now.
That was a good rotation to help push back that Rexar in the top lane. Here comes Guys Jam. So they're going to try to take this beacon back. 7 up yours, taking a lot of damage. Managed to get back. A good toss on Johanna.
Tracer got low, but just blinks away, which is fine. Miss on
Odin
the
very
ultimate
low.
there.
Johanna does go down.
Tracer has to
A lot of
recall, but ends up right next to Team Awesomesauce, and they are able to take her down. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Rexar has gotten that top beacon back.
So be a contesting, but it's gonna get backup from Tychus, and they should be able to have both beacons secured. And the beacon progress continues.
Yeah.
Lunara taking a lot of damage, has to back off, and they're gonna have to surrender. Guys Gems taking the bottom beacon.
So talent-wise, are we seeing anything different than normal here? We got Untouchable for Tracer, Fill Infusion for Kael'thas. Guys Gems has taken over the beacons, but then the bottom is just taken back again by Team Awesomesauce. So it's a little bit back and forth here.
And here comes Tracer, do some poke damage. We're taking a lot from Lunara and Tychus. Yes, this is going to be a stalemate for a while until one team can get a clear advantage.
Yeah.
Either a kill or something else to give one team the advantage in one lane or another. A lot of damage coming out of Cody Kraz. Good kill.
Garrosh was on fire and had to back out for a bit.
He's on fire! AT tends to do that to people.
Yeah.
Here we go, there's another big engage.
Alright.
And
oh, Garrosh
Team
goes down.
Awesomesauce. Team Awesomesauce loses Tychus, but they get a full Zerg wave. About 100 to 100% for Team Awesomesauce, about 30%, 35% for Guys Gems.
Yeah, so it looks like they are gonna kind of regroup a little bit. We've got Punk Panda heading back, hitting the well, and then they're gonna push in on this fort down here. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, we actually have Rexar moving in on the towers in that upper lane.
Yeah, Rexar's got good push with Misha. She can take a lot of abuse. Makes a good meat shield. Zerg wave is almost down, but it's the big boys. They're hard to bring down.
Yeah, for sure.
Team Awesomesauce has to be careful not to overstay, but they're gonna draw Guys Gems out a little bit. Trying in full retreat.
Ooh, Tychus getting low in the back.
A big Ariel toss.
Yeah, there wasn't really any follow-up on it, though, so she's able to get away just fine. So let's look at what happened here. So we got almost the full fort here in the bottom going over to Awesomesauce. Up in the top, it's still pretty even. The gate's down 4 Guys Gems in the upper lane here.
Zool Rules in the chat says, poor Rexar. He can't win both lanes at once.
Yeah, Rexar is doing fantastic in that upper lane. I thought Sonya might have a little trouble with that, with the bear, you know, the stuns, keeping her from fully healing. So, no, I mean, nothing too major happening up here, though. I mean, you know, Sonya's holding her own just fine. It's just a little bit of a struggle with the beacons, you know, because Rexar can just send the bear down there, and it's tough to contest.
Absolutely. Team Awesomesauce hits 10. Let's see what ultimates come out. Ooh, a lot of damage going out onto KT, and he does fall. Oh yes.
Yeah, so let's take a look here at the ultimates here.
It's a leaping Sonya.
That's exciting. We're
Cersei
definitely
will
gonna
have
have.
to do her impression.
That's what I was gonna say. We're gonna have Cersei do her impression. We've got Odin coming out for Tychus. The leap, like you mentioned. Laurenado is going to be the ultimate for Deckard. And then we've got Leaping Strike and Warlord's Challenge, the taunt for Garrosh.
Getting a lot of value out of this camp. It gives them, gives Team Awesomesauce a chance to push onto this bottom keep structure, and they do get a lot of damage down. A good toss on Ariel goes into stasis. There's a lot of damage going out on the Tychus.
Tychus so low in the back. Ariel going in, trying to whip him and finish him off, but this may
Quite
cost
close.
her.
Oh, in a bad spot, and Ariel does go down. Cody Kraz taking a lot of damage. Ooh, nice grenade from the Tychus. Secures the kill onto the Tracer.
It's a stun. Oh, Spoogles
There goes Johanna.
is
Ooh,
going to
also very
survive.
low. Alright, so let's talk about 10s here for Guys Gems.
Yes.
Bestial Wrath, picked up by Rexar. You know, Crystal Aegis, as we saw, or, you know, just a little while ago, is picked up by the Ariel. We have Quantum Spike from Tracer. We have Phoenix from the KT, and we have Blessed Shield for Johanna. Beacons are up and ready to go.
Yep, so here we go. Team Awesomesauce is going to grab the bottom one. They actually have the top one for now as well. They changed their strategy a little bit and sending 2 up against Rexar, although Tychus is going to fall. Sonya's jumping in on Swish there, but Swish is able to move back and get to safety.
That's a little bit of good news for Guys Gems. Team Awesomesauce commits 2 to the top lane, and one of them goes down. I think that's a big boon to them. Now they're going to be able to rotate, maybe pick up some camps, create pressure, and other. They had both the beacons for a little bit, got a little bit of that channeled. Now they're starting to invade Team Awesomesauce's part of the map.
Yeah, so now both teams each have a beacon. We've got a fight breaking out here. This is a
Phoenix goes
5v4.
down. Tracer gets blown up. Crystal 8 just goes down. Ariel's on the retreat. They're chasing. Team Awesomesauce is chasing. Odin's taking a lot of damage. There goes Johanna.
Yeah, so Guys Gems is going to have to go ahead and back out. And this is going to give Team Awesomesauce the opportunity to grab both the beacons.
Lunar goes in and almost gets the channel. There it is. And the beacon progress continues. Garrosh taking a lot of poison damage and drops. I'm sorry, Rexar. One of the orcs.
And maybe that's the answer, is send the Lunara up every once in a while to get some of that poison damage going on the Rexar, and that'll help Sonya kind of turn the tables up there a little bit.
Another 100% Zerg wave for Team Awesomesauce. This time, Guys Gems gets 20%, even less than last time. So the beacon wins are going to Team Awesomesauce. They're up a talent tier, almost 2 levels, 14 to 12. While the Zerg pushes top, they're pushing bottom because they want this keep. There goes Misha.
Yeah, the keep's already halfway down. And Odin is popped. It looks like they are going to get it.
They got what they came for. Let's see if they push further, look for kills, or possibly, if they get a bunch of kills, they could possibly end, but it looks like they might not be going in so deep. Top fort goes down to the Zerg. Ooh, a good toss on the Ariel. There's the stasis. Very
Lunara!
low.
Oh, it's just going to fall. Odin's getting very low as well. Everybody's on
Taking a lot of
fire.
damage.
Gosh, on the
Tychus.
Tychus. The bear is chasing. Misha trying to get that kill.
Oh, Garrosh took the potion. Tychus needed
Sonya
help,
in
but
big
Sonya-
trouble
yeah.
as well. Spinning to win. She will fall.
my
I cannot
goodness.
believe that Tychus escaped without dying there. That was amazing.
And that Tracer edged it very well to stay alive. But in the top lane, the Zerg is almost done, but is still pushing. They're about to hit 16. Team Awesomesauce about hit 16 and keep this lead that they have so far. And once again, they're up another talent tier.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the talents here real quick as they start coming in. Unfair advantage for Lunara.
We see Guys Gem starting the boss.
Ooh.
I don't think Team Awesomesauce sees this happening.
Things could be about
Here
to
we
get
go.
very interesting.
Oh, they're gonna discover it right now.
Here comes Odin. Can Awesomesauce get on the point in time? Lunara, the first one in. No, Guys Gems is going to take the boss.
Garrosh taking a lot of damage, but so is Misha. And there goes Garrosh Brawl.
So this
But the
is
boss-
this is exactly what Guys Gems needed. They get the boss, they get a kill. This could be a big turnaround for them because they definitely were falling behind on the structures. I mean, they have a keep down. They still have, you know, a fort to get through in the bottom, and this boss will help a little bit. But actually, Awesomesauce is destroying this boss rather quickly.
Yeah, but Guys Gem does a good job of containing the pressure by picking up their top bruiser camp, and so that's going to keep pushing. But someone has to go back to deal with the camp that's going bottom for Team Awesomesauce. So even though the boss didn't last long, they still kept up the pressure by picking up another camp.
Yeah, agreed. And Awesomesauce is going to need to clean up this camp in the top, which they're heading to do right now.
However, all things considered, that boss fight turned out quite well for them. It could have gone horribly wrong.
Oh, for
Throws
sure.
It could have been.
Definitely, but at least Guys Gems can relax a little bit knowing that, you know, the boss can't be used against them at this point, and they can focus on getting these beacons and, you know, getting that bottom lane pushed out, which they're doing really nicely with the camp that they picked up there, so that they're able to get a Zerg wave for themselves.
Yeah, they're now on even talent tier. That boss fight they were down talent tier, so that's even harder uphill battle. But now they're all tied up at 16. Beacons are now live.
So we've got 4 members of Guys Gems going down to the bottom beacon.
Ooh,
And
Big toss on
unfortunately,
Rexar.
that cost Rexar. So, let's see, we've got about 35 seconds before Rexar is back. Guys Gems may need to just back out here because it does look like all 5 members of Team Awesomesauce are heading down here to the bottom. So,
Team Awesomesauce, they want to get this beacon, but they also want to fight because they had a camp pushing top and getting that pressure. They also want to push out the bottom lane though and get those catapults, getting some pressure in that lane and forcing Guys Gems to respond to it.
right?
Halfway there, Team Awesomesauce has claimed 65% of the Zerg wave so far, and climbing.
Yeah, and the Zerg wave is going in the bottom lane, which is straight to keep. This is very dangerous for Guys Gems here. Looks like they're coming out to take the team fight early, maybe, so that hopefully they can get back and defend the Zerg, but actually they're going to back out now.
Team Awesomesauce has chosen to fight with the Zerg wave, hoping to try to overwhelm Guys Gems' defense force. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier, I mean, the Johanna and the KT are going to have to do a lot of this Zerg killing.
Phoenix goes down. Odin. There's
Oh,
Trista.
wow.
There goes Deckard.
Decker's down.
Yep.
Lunara's down. We've
Ariel
got
down.
Tracer
Down
and
as
Ariel
well.
down. And here comes the Zerg wave starting to beat on the core of Guys Gems.
Ooh, Tribulation getting so low. Garrosh. Ooh, nice heal.
Tribulation's gonna
Oh,
fall.
there goes Garrosh.
We've
Score
got...
is at 8%.
Yeah,
4%,
it's...
3%. That's
It
game 1.
is over.
Whew.
I don't know if Guys Gems has lost a game in the playoffs yet or not. I'll have to check on that. But what a great first game to get this
Wow.
series underway here.
Well, Team Awesomesauce chose that map, and they chose it for a reason. They played it very well. They got a majority of the yield of all 3 of those Zerg waves. And Zerg do damage. Zerg will
Yeah.
push to the boss.
So looking at the in-game stats here quickly, look at all that siege damage by Rexar. I think Strish on Rexar played really well, was holding that top lane excellently for Guy's Gems. But the 4-man just struggled against the 4-man of Team Awesomesauce. And Tychus, just put out tons and tons of hero damage.
Yeah, and I feel like Akash, they, most of the time the rotation of sending Tychus to double team Rexar with Sonya, I felt like that was a great idea, and it worked out well for them. It was a good idea.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, excellent game. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We definitely are loving this, and it's just, I think it's going to be a really close series. So don't count Guys Gems out yet, because I'm sure they've got some plans for how to turn this around.
Yeah, we're looking for great games, and so far we saw a great game. I feel like Team Awesomesauce had the lead for a majority of the game, and they, Guys Gems almost caught up at the end, but Team Awesomesauce ended up being able to carry it through. So I'm looking forward to game 2 as well, and maybe we'll see some payback. Maybe we'll see some respect bans. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, either way, it'll be interesting to see. We are going to go ahead and get game 2 prepped for you guys. But while we're doing that, we are going to go ahead and send it back to the analyst desk with Circe and Linehouse. All right, guys. Hi. Welcome back.
Hi, thanks for coming back to us. That was white the game. I feel like Guys Gems was probably a little bit taken aback by the Johanna balance patch, the balance patch in general that came out, changing that armor on tanks. I think Johanna is one of the if you read Reddit at all, you'll notice a lot of QQ about the Johanna changes and how that's affecting her. And I think we definitely saw that on Odin tonight. It definitely, I think, changes when you need to back off and just how tanky she feels. And that definitely, I think, made it a lot harder for their 4-man to really get a lot of value going on. What do you think, Linehouse?
Yeah, it really did seem to affect Odin pretty significantly, because I did notice that they are a Johanna main. Mm-hmm. Like, it's most of their matches they use Johanna, and they use her a lot. So those changes being in effect and maybe not having as much time, because I think it went in today, right? Was the patch? Was it today or was it yesterday?
Yesterday, but still not a lot of time. It was yesterday.
Yeah, so it's not a lot of time to get practice up with it, and it's not a lot of time to get used to it. So it did look like it had a huge effect on on Odin's play style with her, unfortunately. Looking at the draft, I'm really surprised with the Tracer pick. I know he had a 90% win rate, had being the key term, but I didn't know. I know you have a 90% win rate with Tracer, but on Brax's holdout with the comps that they had, I just don't know. What do you think about that?
I think that, and I don't actually have a problem with the Tracer pick, and the reason is that when you're going into these games and when it feels like there's a lot of pressure, playoff games are more stressful than your regular season games. If you lose that 2 games, you're out of the playoff and you don't get to play next week. So you feel, that added kind of oomph to get going, which is a lot of fun. But I think that going with heroes that you're really comfortable on kind of outweighs for especially teams in like Div C and Div D and even in Div B. And I've even seen it in Div A. Where going with those comfort heroes really outweighs the competitive meta. I've even had heroic teams tell me that. So I can see why they did it. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them this time, but I feel like that was a little bit more of a peel issue rather than. And again, I think that goes back into the Johanna and the armor changes, which not to fault Odin at all because he's a fantastic Johanna. I've watched him play her forever, but I would imagine as someone who also plays a lot of Johanna. That it does change how you're able to peel and react for your tank as a tank for your team, and I think that makes it much harder for some of those things to work out for them.
Yeah, I guess to me, I know that Cody's also really good in the gray main, and that's what I would like to have seen. Somebody that can get camps for them.
I would have loved to have seen
Yeah,
Brandon.
and
They needed to
he
get on that
has
deck.
wave clear a little bit with his Q. That's why I'm curious about the Tracer, because I understand the comfort pick, but he has shown that he's also good on Greymane. So I
Right.
felt that would have worked a lot better in that situation. But again, to
Mhm.
your point, maybe they just felt more comfortable with the Tracer in that particular setup. So
Right.
hopefully in the next game, it looks like we're going to Infernal Shrines.
Infernal Shrines. That is a favorite map for guys' gyms. They really really like this map and are their macro play. They're a really macro heavy team. Their team fight has gotten better. This season, I've noticed they're way more confident and aggressive than they were last season, but they're still a much more macro based team. They prefer to take camps, push out lanes, put pressure on the other team, which is I think why they struggle a little bit on maps like Braxis. Those 2-lane maps are a lot harder when you kind of like that play style of pushing out the team.
Yep, and they do have a 62.5% win rate on Infernal Shrines. That's out of 8 games, so it's a pretty good win rate.
That's pretty
And
solid.
yeah, and it shows why they picked this map to go to. And I'm willing to
Absolutely.
bet that they're going to be picking Kael'thas again on this map. It seems to be a favorite hero of Spoogle's.
Absolutely. If they give him that Kael'thas, and plus on this map, with the shrines taking those minions, Kael'thas is just really, really great.
Yep. So I expect to see a better showing from Guys Gems in this second match. I think
Absolutely.
they're. I
Do you
think
think
they're.
we'll see any respect bans?
If they're gonna go with Johanna again, maybe the Tychus, because that did not seem to
Tychus.
work out well for her at all.
No, Tychus was wrecking their whole team, and the Lunara poison also was really hard on the Tracer. I'd be interested to see if any of them. I noticed there was the Stukov ban last game. It'd be interesting to see if they do that again. Stukov is such a great healer on this map.
Yeah, but again,
But they
neither
don't
team
have a lot
really
of
uses her.
Stukov.
And
Yeah.
I did notice that they use, I forget which team, but one of the teams does use Alex Straza, and at least for me, she's the best healer on this map. So I wouldn't be surprised if the other team that doesn't use her decides to ban her. I forget
This
who it is,
bandit's
though.
healer Fleur would agree with you. He loves some Alex Draza play.
On Infernal Shrine, she is the best healer.
She's fantastic.
I'm 100% serious about that.
He would probably say that he still thinks Stukov is a little bit better, but Alex Draza is his favorite.
He is wrong that Stukov is better. A little better, but that's fine.
I'll let you two talk about that. What about the Sonya? I also, Sonya is so solid on this map and her ability to get on that shrine and take it while the team kind of holds off
Yeah.
the opponent.
Well, both teams really like Sonya, so I feel like it's a matter of when one team will snag her rather than if. So
Right.
just really, who will prioritize her? Will she be taken first or in the second, third? Like I can't
banned.
imagine her or banned, but I mean, I feel like there's better bans than Sonya, but that should still happen.
Yeah. I mean, the map pool, the hero pools are a little bit smaller for some of these teams, so banning out something like Sonya is definitely a viable strategy.
Yep. It looks like I think Swing and Venus are ready to kick off game 2, so let's kick it back to them.
All right. Good luck, teams, and we'll see you after.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Circe and Lighthouse. Your analysis is awesome. Very enjoyable.
Yes. Absolutely. I'm glad you have somebody else on the team, Swing, who can actually talk in a way that makes sense. In a very analytical way, because all I can do is honk my chicken.
Nice. Well, honking the chicken is a very important life skill.
I'm going to quote you on that.
All right, everybody. So as Lighthouse and Circe mentioned, we're heading to Infernal Shrines. Guys Gyms decided they wanted the first hero pick, so they went ahead and let Team Awesomesauce pick the map again. And Guys Gyms is going to come out with a garage band.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. We're also going to see Cho'Gall get removed with the Cho ban as well.
Yeah. Wow.
Very quick pickup of the KT.
Yeah, looks like Guys Gyms is just loving Kael'thas. And, just like on Braxis, Kael'thas has some great AoE in that shrine area. So, obviously a hero that they love.
Yeah, it looks like people in the chat are agreeing with with our correspondents saying that Alex is very likely here,
The hunt is on.
but not first pick worthy apparently.
Yeah.
As Team Awesomesauce picks up Gul'dan and Lunara.
That is a little bit terrifying. Think about all that poison dot damage that's going to be just pouring onto guys' gems. It's kind of scary.
More dots, stop dots. 50 DKP minus.
So if you see this, do you change your strategy at all, you think, on the side of guys' gems, now that you see all this poison damage incoming?
Well, I mean, you could potentially counter it, a lot of this poison damage with, like, I don't know, maybe a Lucio or something like that. But I think we're probably going to see different supports picked here. I think we'll probably see, if they're not banned, probably a Stukov and an Alexstrasza. But the next bans are coming out.
Yeah, so we do
I
have
think it
a
changes.
Tracer
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I think it does change the way that you build your support.
Yeah. Stukov could be really great as well as the Lucio that you mentioned. So we've got Tracer and Sonya coming out for guys' gems. Clearly, they like this Tracer Kael'thas combination a lot. And Odin's going to have to find a different tank to play because Team Awesomesauce decides Johanna's not happening this game.
Yeah, I don't know if Awesomesauce has room in their kit for a Tychus. So they said, you know what? We're just going to remove Johanna. Sonya, this time is switching sides.
Yep.
Gonna go with guys' gems. Let's see. I mean, both teams play Sonya very well, so I guess it's not surprising to see Sonya picked up both games.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and as the analysts were mentioning, Alexstrasza is fabulous on this map, and I think this is a really smart ban by guys' gems.
Yeah, she's very strong, as well as a lot of people in the chat. The great Putu says Dragon Queen is just too powerful if used correctly. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Agreed.
I actually really like both of guys' gems bans. And I think it is smart for Team Awesomesauce to get Odin off that comfort pick of Johanna. And they are going to pick up Dahaka, and we get to see the Lord of Terror, Diablo.
I like to see some teethy warriors, and that's exactly what we have. I want a skin
Right.
for Dahaka where all of his limbs are missing. I think that would be pretty funny. I mean, he's missing.
I don't even know what
half, like-
I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even want to think about that.
or a skin where it's just all prosthetic, like arms and legs. It's like, all right, maybe. Oh, they would call it Cyborg Haka, or something like that. Anyways, ETC and Lily picked up by guys' gems.
All right.
They had access to the Stukov, but decided not to go with it.
Yeah, and I've seen guys' gems pick up Lily before. They really believe in her as a healer.
I don't see a lot of blind potential. I mean,
Well, Lunara.
she does a lot of her damage though through poison, so we'll see.
Yeah, but first she has to apply the poisons, which a lot of times will be with an auto attack. So maybe it just
Yeah,
keeps them safe a little bit longer.
we'll see. We'll see how that works out. We still have one more pick. Team Awesomesauce healer. Pick up Ariel.
Yeah.
Very strong sustain healer. So
Yeah, and
If it-
Ariel pairs really well with Gul'dan and also with Lunara, so she should have plenty of energy to sustain through these fights and keep her team healthy. What do you think, Winnis?
I think both drafts are really good here. I think I have to favor Team Awesomesauce on this draft. I think I like theirs just a little bit more.
Yeah, I actually feel the same way. I think all of that poison damage is going to be tough to deal with. I like the Ariel pickup just for the sustain, that she's going to have at the shrines. So I'm going to go with that as well. But, I think that Guys Gems is ready to put up a huge fight here. So I think this is going to be a great game.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. You know, we would love to see a game 3 just because we love casting these guys, but we'll see. The fate will be decided. Could be decided right here, right now.
Yeah, this is it. You know, winner goes home. So this is a really key, important game here.
Or the loser goes home. Somebody goes home.
All right, so let's introduce the teams. And we've got, on the side of Guys Gems, we've got Spoogles playing the Kale Thoughts again. Cody Kraz on his Tracer. Switch will be playing the solo laner Sonya. White Ghost will be on our healer, which is Lily, which is going to be exciting. And Odin will be on the ETC.
And in the right corner for Team Awesomesauce, we have Akash playing Gul'dan, Funk Panda playing Ariel, 7 Up Yours playing Lunara, Prudentious69 playing Dahaka, and Tribulation on Diablo!
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Dahaka gonna start off top. Sonya's gonna go up top to match. Ariel having no problem generating energy with the rest of her team members, crowning Gul'dan, doing Gul'dan things.
Yeah, so it looks like both teams kind of doing a 4-man rotation here between the bottom lane and the middle lane.
Diablo going in for a huge stun onto Tracer, but Tracer backs out. So much damage coming out from Gul'dan here.
So looking at the talents here, we've got we do have Garage. I'm sorry, not Garage. Gul'dan going the corruption build. So he's going to be looking to get stacks. Oh wow, beautiful stun by Diablo on Lily, and she goes down.
First kill awarded to Team Awesomesauce.
Top lane we've got Sonya versus Dahaka.
Dahaka is being safe, knows that Switch is hanging out there somewhere. Switch does show. Prudentious 69 is being very safe and soaking. Looking for that opportunity to get a tongue on Sonya and drag her to the towers.
Right. So both teams picking up their siege camps here.
Diablo has 39 souls, so those are chugging right along. Only one stack of increasing clarity on Ariel, but that will, I'm sure, increase, especially when both teams decide to go for the objective. Josh stepping out a little bit there.
Yep, so we've got Sonya also heading over to start picking up the bruiser camp here for Guys Gems. So that's going to leave Dahaka up in the top lane for a bit on his own.
Lunar's gonna drop down and soak bottom. Hopefully she sees this coming. It's gonna be a rotation. Guys, Gems. She backs off. Shrine will be spawning in about 12 seconds. This camp.
Oh wow, we've got an invade by Team Awesomesauce on a camp that Sonya was just about done with. That always feels bad.
Swish did all the work, and then Team Awesomesauce just jaunters in, secures it. A lot of damage from Gul'dan onto that Sonya. Up to 11 stacks, Echo Corruption. Team Awesomesauce is going to decide that they want to take their own bruiser camp as well, and they're going to leave the objective for Guys Gems for the moment.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting decision. So they're giving up, almost half of the shrine just to get that camp. I don't know about that, but we'll see how it plays out.
Let's see if their delay tactics will work, and maybe that camp will get some push value. But the engage is happening right here, right now.
Lunara getting collapsed on by Guys Gems. Huge heal from Ariel saves her.
Very low on several members of Guys Gems, and they are getting pushed off of the objective.
They still have a huge lead, though.
So much damage.
Yeah.
And there goes KT. They're going to make this lead up quickly, and they have, or this deficit quickly, and they have that camp still pushing.
Yeah.
Sonya's jumping in, trying to get those last minions, but will take so much damage that she will go down.
I think Dahaka got a tongue on her, right? And stopped her spin. Is that what happened there?
It could be. There's a lot. It's hard to see.
I know.
Stack
A
them
lot going
together,
on.
but
Lot going on.
They only need 3 more, 2 more. Guys, Gem needs 1 more. Can Odin do it? Oh no! There goes Odin. There we go. First Punisher will go to Team Awesomesauce with a lot of heroes lost in the process of trying to claim it from Guys Gems. It was so close though.
Yeah, I gotta say, I wasn't sure about their decision to pick up that camp and let Guys Gems get a lead on the shrine, but it ended up working out for them.
They also find Lily, and she gets picked as well. This fort will go down. Be careful when Punisher jumps on you and stuns you, because that's when the other team will collapse on you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
See a 2-level lead. Team Awesomesauce, 8-6, 6 kills to 0. They're gonna go ahead and invade the siege camp of Guys Gems. They're gonna take that. Sonya though grabs the siege camp in the bottom, so
She better be careful though, because they're about to come down into her lane. If they can get her stunned.
Big rotation by Awesomesauce. Sonya is trying to get away. It looks like she's taking a lot of... does escape. The rest of the Guys Gems just pushing back all this camp action middle.
Dahaka pushing up, finishing off that tower up in the top lane.
We're gonna see 10s come out shortly for Team Awesomesauce. And they'll probably still have, a couple level advantage. Dahaka taking a lot of damage, but makes it safely back behind.
Yeah, he had essence, so, he's already back full health.
Ooh, Swish barely taps in time. Sonya survives barely in the bottom lane with picking poison damage.
Yeah, we've got 4 members of Team Awesomesauce pushing hard down here in the bottom lane.
10 comes out for Team Awesomesauce, and ultimates are being selected.
Yeah, so we've got 1 second. We've got a possible engage here. No. Okay. So we've got Horrify coming out for Gul'dan, and we've got the Crystal Aegis for Ariel, and then the Leaping Strike for Luminara, and Dahaka's going to go with Adaptation, so a little bit tankier. And then we've got APOC coming out from Diablo.
26 stacks now of Echoed Corruption on Gul'dan, over halfway there.
And again, we've got Team Awesomesauce invading the Bruiser camp up here. And
Guys,
they're gonna do it.
Does not want to fight 2 levels down without ultimates, so they make the safe and smart call, I believe, to not engage there.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Swish on the Sonya pushing down in the bottom lane, trying to, they've got a whole level here. They've got to get 10, and they definitely want to do that before the next shrine spawns.
Akash stepping out a little bit ahead of his tank, but will probably be okay. Guys, Gems has to give up that top fort. They couldn't have contested that.
Yeah, this is a really dangerous situation because, again, Guys Gems does not have their heroics. They're desperately trying to defend their keep here. The wall's gonna fall, and looks like Team Awesomesauce is gonna be happy with that and go ahead and head back and get on the shrine.
Yep, it's real rough. It's real rough to try to soak when you have to defend at the same time. Sonya pushing bottom lane, but now we've sent Tracer to mid to try to get 10s, and they're about to hit it, and they do. So we'll see ultimates come out for Guys Gems here. Lily's picking Jug of 1,000 Cups. Sonya is going to pick Wrath of the Berserker. Quantum Spike coming up for Tracer. Phoenix for KT. And ETC is holding. Oh, no, there he goes. Mosh Pit. APOC going
Odin
down.
stunned on fire, and
Jug's coming out. ETC goes down. There goes Crystal Aegis.
He wasn't on fire. I don't know what I'm talking about. He was poisoned.
Oh, that was a great gravity from KT. Punisher
I goes
for
running.
2. going for Team Awesomesauce. KT gets picked, goes down. This is definitely key, possibly more. The respawn timers are still short because we're still under 10 minutes.
Yeah, we've got another talent tier advantage for Team Awesomesauce. They've hit 13. We've got a desperate defense here for Guys Gems. This is their tournament life on the line here. They're trying to drag this Punisher back and finish it off as quickly as they can.
And it looks like Team Awesomesauce is going to disengage and not continue to push. They got what they came for, so.
Sonya is taking a page out of Team Awesomesauce's book, and she's going to go over here and try to steal their bruisers. It looks like she's going to get it. They're not anywhere near, so.
Yep. It's good pick up. Team Awesomesauce, though, is going to grab. It's going to grab the siege camp from Guys Gem on their side. They're also going to grab this bottom siege camp. They're going to bottom fort.
Yeah, I mean, the important thing about Sonya picking up that camp is because, you know, they have no keep in the top lane now, so Guys Gems doesn't have to be concerned about that camp pushing against them, so that's nice.
Right. Do see a 5v4 in the bottom lane. Dahaka is going to split off. Maybe he's going to clear that camp. Sonya is continuing to soak, but the bottom fort does go down.
Alright, so the next shrine is going to be in the bottom lane. At least for Guys Gems, you know, it's a lane that does still have a keep, so they have a little bit of defense. They're going to go ahead and clear up this camp to try to, you know, keep their wall and towers healthy.
Yep, absolutely. 32 stacks of Echo Corruption on Gul'dan now. Just missing 8. Only 4 stacks of Increasing Clarity from Ariel. But that means that she's staying back and she's not putting herself in danger, so that's good too. You can see a camp invade here.
Yeah. Guys Gems is like, not this time. Lunara leaping around. She's on fire. Looks like she'll be safe. Swish on Sonya, getting a little low, but we got Lily's ult healing everybody back up nicely.
Yeah, this is looking kind of dangerous for Awesomesauce.
Oh, there's a mosh that gets interrupted. Huge fear on ETC and
Phoenix.
Tracer.
Lunara is very, very low, as well as... Oh, yep, Lunara goes
Oh,
down.
Sonya's
in
getting
trouble.
so low, it's gonna fall.
Sonya goes down. Now it's a 4v4. Shrine is going to start in 25 seconds. Guys Gems is just going to disengage from that push.
Yeah, they're down a talent tier again. So we've got Team Awesomesauce hitting level 16 here.
Guys Gems is kind of lucky that the... well... I guess it's unlucky, rather, that the shrine is bottom, because they're going to have to send someone to deal with these the catapult pressure on the top lane the whole time the shrine is active.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, here they come. There's 3 catapults heading to their core right now. They're choosing to go ahead and go fight at the shrine. So, we'll see if that becomes an issue for them or not. Here we go on the shrine. Phoenix comes out.
Diablo jumping into the middle of everyone, taking a lot of damage, gets the stasis from Ariel. Here comes Apoc, taking a lot of damage on Spoogles.
So much poison going out between Lunara and Gul'dan. Spoogles on KT, low in the back.
Dahaka is continuing to chase, gets a Tracer, no more Tracer. That was a good pick by Awesomesauce, and that was a crazy fight. I'm actually surprised
The
more
core is at
members of Guys
50%,
Gems made it out.
Linus.
It's that top lane pressure.
Yeah. I don't know what they could have done there, though. I mean...
It's a rock and a hard place.
It really
Awesomesauce
is.
has done a really good job about drawing these fights out so that they take a long time and so that they continue to push in the top lane with the pressure. And now they have
Yeah.
a Frozen Punisher that's going to be roaming bottom.
Yeah, I mean, guys, Jim's, I mean, their thought, I think, was get in there, maybe get, win the team fight, get it 1 kill, 2 kills, however many kills, right? And still have time to send somebody back to defend the core. Unfortunately, it ended up not paying off because, they were not able to win the team fight. So they lost the Punisher and they took, 51% core damage. So it was a gamble, but I understand, why they had to.
It's a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
After the frying pan into the fire, there wasn't a great option at that point. So you just got to do what you can do and see if you can make something stick. This keep is gonzo. You need to see a good defense come out here from Guys Gems.
The Punisher's getting low. Shields are falling on the core.
This keep is taking a lot of damage.
Oh, it's going. I think it's going down.
20. This is it.
Oh, and Team Awesomesauce. Team Awesomesauce is going to take the series and move on to the next round of the playoffs, where they're going to face Rush B there. Wow.
Wow, what a game. That was very exciting. Both teams played very well, though. No calling it in from Guys Gems. They fought really hard that game.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
had some plays too.
Here's I've got the stats pulled up here.
Show me some stats.
Yeah. So we got stats. Look at the work Akash did on the Gul'dan there. Like, just so much damage coming out. Hero damage, siege damage. Really well played there.
Yeah, the wave clear from Gul'dan is really hard to match unless you cheat with Ragnaros or something like that. A lot of wave clear, and that's really benefited them in this match.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. All right. So, we've got a 2-0 win on the side of Team Awesomesauce. So congratulations. And again, Guys Gems, you guys played really, really well. There's definitely nothing to be ashamed of there. You guys fought super hard. Yeah. So I'm actually going to see if we can get the captain in here for an interview from Team Awesomesauce. So meanwhile, I think I'm going to go ahead and send it back to the analyst desk briefly just to get their reaction to what we saw here in this game on Infernal Shrines.
Please do. I miss their faces. I miss what they look like. To you guys.
Thanks for having us back on. That was quite the match there. Whew.
Yeah. I feel like I'm now becoming bad luck for top seeds because I've been involved with 3 matches and the top seeds lost every time.
Oh no. Oh, so we can blame you for this. Is that how that's gonna go?
I think it's Guys Gems would appreciate that probably in a sense. Yeah. They can blame me.
Indeed. That was a really challenging match for them. Guys Gems had a couple of really challenging matches, but Team Awesomesauce, wow, they have really come together as a team this season. I'm so impressed with them.
Well, if I remember correctly, in my very first power rankings I did out of I think all 2 or 3, I had them number 1, and then they promptly started losing games and it made me look stupid. And so I had to take them off there, but what I saw early on I liked, and they clearly are at least finding it in the playoffs because they've now gone past Guys Gems and they're going to be facing Rush B next week. Right. And they looked really good tonight in doing so.
They did. They really looked like they were on point with their calls. They were very together in the decisions that they made and where they moved and what they were doing. Their invades were fantastic. They knew when to kind of back off. They didn't really have anyone get pick unexpectedly. They put on a very solid show.
Well, and it looks like they scouted Guys Gems really strongly because they basically let them get their favorite assassins in Tracer and Kael'thas both games, and they still won both games pretty handily. So they were prepared for what they had to bring to the table, and they knew how to deal with it and take care of business.
Absolutely, it was really great showing. I was impressed with our Sonya's escape when that top camp got invaded by almost the whole Team Awesomesauce, and she managed to get away with her life. She was like, "I'm out." That was fun to see. But yeah, they did a great job. It'll be really interesting to see how they do up against Rush B. Rush B also is a team that has really good team fighting. They're a very aggressive team. Um, Team Awesome Sauce kind of has more of a balance of, pushing those camps and being aggressive when they need to be. But Rush B likes to fight hard.
Yeah, and Rush B has shown that when they're on their game, they're probably the best team in Division C. And now that they're the highest seeded team left in Division C West, maybe they can use that momentum to get to the finals themselves at this point.
Absolutely. It's going to be a very exciting matchup next week.
Hey guys, Venus and I are gonna join you on the analyst desk. Something weird may happen with the cameras right now because I need to add. We're gonna get Prudentious in here for a interview, but I need to add the friends, so some things might go weird for a second. So sorry, everybody.
Things going weird is my favorite. You know how I roll.
This is still kind of a learning experience with our fun little production here tonight. So we have got Prudentious added as a friend. Let me see if I can get them into our call.
Playing Dahaka this last game in the lane of the solo.
The lane of the solo.
All right, here we go. And again, the cameras are going to go wonky because we're adding a sixth person into our call here.
I've been present the entire time.
Prudentious, is that you?
Yes, it is.
Hi, welcome, and congratulations.
Means a lot.
Yes.
Well played. Congratulations, sir.
I was like, my hamster computer, she's dying on me, so I had to restart. And I was like, I'm sorry, guys. I was like, I'm glad my computer gave me just enough juice.
Yeah, so I know all of us, we've got everybody in here. There's actually 5 of us here on this production, and I know that we all probably have a lot of fun questions, so I hope you're willing to stick around for a little while.
We know you guys also want to celebrate, so we're going to just try to...
Yeah, we'll try to make it fast, but we definitely want to chat with you. So we've got Circe, Linehouse, Falendrith, Venus, and myself here. We really enjoyed the series very much. Can you tell us a little bit about your strategy going into the match just as a whole?
As a whole, we were all kind of hoping to be able to respond to their picks. We were kind of looking at it the entire time to be like responding to how they pick, at the same time bringing in our abilities. Me, I'm probably one of the stronger solo laners, so then we were like, all right, I got solo lane. What's next? And we saw that they picked the Kosh to ban his pick. So we moved forward. And we're like, all right, let's step up to the next secondary role. And so that's how we did it. We responded to the platter that was given to us, and then we just ate to town.
Yeah, and obviously you did your research on Guys Gems. You guys came out with the Cho'Gall ban both games, which I think was really a smart move by you guys.
I'm always trying to play Cho'Gall. I'm like, guys, come on, let's do it. But unfortunately, it's just one of those things where it's a learning pain, because the other guy I play Cho'Gall with is 7-Up yours, and he likes to play like the right way, as they tell me, more toward beating up heroes and all that. Where I'm more of a I'm the heavy gun. Let me siege. Both have their answers in the correct match, but we're working toward there. Cho'Gall is a fun guy in my opinion, but yeah, definitely had to remove him because we just didn't want to throw 4 anti-Cho'Galls and then be left with no tracer answers. Definitely didn't want to ignore the tracer. We were like, let me see you hiding behind that giant ogre.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to let others jump in a second, but I do have one last question, and that is, were you surprised that you ended up getting to choose the map both times? Do you feel like that really helped you guys because you were able to kind of go where you wanted?
I mean, for the most part, it's kind of like I said, we've been practicing just picking scenarios where it's not ideal for us. We sat there and at first we actually thought, oh, they're going to give us first picks and they're going to pick the maps. So then we started practicing like, okay, who do we want to spend that one pick on? And when they swapped it up, we were like, oh, we didn't practice for that, but hey, for us. So definitely we were very comfortable with that. You know, just like in football, your coaches tell you practice, 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 and that's what we got to.
Adapt and
Nice.
overcome. I like it.
Yeah. All right.
Adapt
Who's
has
next?
Definitely changed.
Can we switch it to Cersei next? And I noticed that we saw that leap picked up from Sonya game 1. I think we should
Yes!
start with a little bit of an impression if we can.
Oh, good
Well,
lord.
who's doubting the leap first of all?
No one doubts the leap.
Oh, are you kidding? We love the leap. We were super excited for the leap.
There's a bit of a story to that, right? And I'm known for not following the standard builds. It's what I'm don't known for. It's been both a huge asset and a huge letdown. It depends on the game. So, like any other game, it's always random. And I was telling Akash, because he usually, he'll sometimes nudge me like, okay, we need this particular game, or we need that. But for the most part, I'm like, I really don't care. I can play Sonya in any way. But there was a correlation where I started noticing that we hit a giant stinker of just horrible games. We weren't winning. We were losing. Tells me, you know what? Go Leap. Screw it. Let's see what happens. And Leap has been the answer for us since then. And it was funny too, because like on our last week's match, Akash was like, "Go berserk," and I was like, "Nope. Stop the press. Stop the phone." I was like, "Leap has been our saving grace. It stuns. It adds. It does everything we need it to do." And I was like, and it's also a gap closer. So I was like, I'm gonna go with the numbers here. We've been winning with Leap. We're doing Leap. And he laughed, chuckled, and he's like, you know what? Okay, yeah, sure, why not? And I've just been sticking to Leap since then.
That's awesome. So, Cersei, after you do your impression, feel free to ask a question. Hey, look at that right.
Yeah. So the whole reason they bring up that is that very early on in the season, I talked about how I do a Sonya impression, and so they've been trying to get me to do it all season long. So it's thanks, I guess.
Wait, can you do her leaping war cry though?
Right. That's what I go. Ha. That's
Yes.
They've been trying to get me to do it all season. So there we go.
It's the small things that matter.
It's the little things, right? It's a lot of fun. I actually did do it earlier this season when I had a cast as well. So, but now I've done it for Swing and It's on there.
Yeah. So now you get double bonus points.
Double bonus points. Excellent. That's how I get invited back to these. So what? I noticed that on your maps, so you guys actually picked the Tomb of the Spider Queen. You banned that, right? But that's a map that you play a fair bit. Were you banning that more because of guys' gems, or what was your thought in kind of your map bans and picks for this game, since y'all did all of the picking?
They wanted me playing Murky, so they banned that.
That's okay. Is that your
like, you can't hold
strat?
gems. Yeah, they were like, you can't. Our secret weapon is Murky, has always been. But it's just he's so squishy, he can't hold gems. And me and Seven, for a long time we were rotating playing Murky. We love Murky. He's a troll character. Also, who doesn't like slapping people with a giant tuna fish? But
I can't imagine why anyone would not love that.
No, it's just one of those things where we figured, Panda, because he hasn't been feeling the spider zone, so we were like, you know what? He's the healer. He's the one at the bottom of the barrel. We can't have him rage quit on us.
Yeah. My only other question would be, how did you feel about, or how did your tank player feel? Did they mention anything, or did y'all have any time on the balance patch to check out the different tanks now that the armor changes have gone through? Were there any concerns with tanks that he likes to play normally?
Specify, my dear, with the exception of Funk Panda, we are all tanks.
Nice. All tanks at heart.
All tanks at heart. There
What about you, Linehouse? Do you have any questions?
Hold on. Can I just answer that question?
Yeah.
We first looked at it. I was pretty upset with it personally, because I also play tank busters like Johanna, where I'm just like, I'm a giant brick. So I mean, I was against it, but after Kosh was like, try it out to see the changes. For the most part, it felt the same for me. Playing with Sonya, I'm like, it doesn't matter. They can hit me all they want. I'm just gonna heal it somehow. Part of with Sonya is not just being able to whirlwind to heal. It's when to whirlwind and when all that to do all that. So I was pretty comfortable. People are like, wait, Sonya got the armor buff, and I was like, I don't know, but if she did, I can't be looking at little tidbits like that.
Yeah, and sorry, I totally did not. I got distracted for a moment. I did not mean to cut off that question. So thanks for getting us back on track.
Perfectly fine. I was like, I didn't want anyone to feel neglected. Is all.
Oh,
Everyone gets a
no.
turn.
It's
Definitely.
okay. I feel neglected all the time, all day. I'm
Would
right
you
at
like my
home.
Would you like my murky tuna fish?
I would love your murky tuna fish.
All right. So, Linehouse, did you have anything that you wanted to ask?
I was sorry. I was looking at Weenus and his lights. I was getting a little
It's
distracted.
mesmerizing, right?
It's a party. It's a party.
I would like to first start off by saying thank you to Prudentius for confirming that it is 7-up yours, like Weenus said, and not whatever Cersei said in her, because she refused to say the correct way. And
I don't want to. I just called him 7-uppers. It's fine.
that's not correct though. I mean, he confirmed it. So I just thought I'd lightly point that out. Was there?
In Florida, there's sad fans of 7-Up yours right now. Just sad face right now for all 10 of them. I was I only got 2, so don't worry. I'm like, my local friends are like 2 of them. But yeah, I sat there and I was like, you have to say it the right way. Like people look at me and I'm like, you can call me Pru, but I'm like, but the real way to say it is Prudentious. And people are always like, why do you say it like that? And I'm like, because most people say it Prudentius. And I'm like, I can't say it correctly because I'm multilingual, but I'm always like, the worst one is when they say prudent. And I'm like, that's not even the name.
Oh, it's funny.
All the sad fans down there are gonna have to drown their sorrows in 7-Up yours.
Right. So
You're in Florida.
I did have one question regarding their Tracer, since they seem to be, I think, the main team to use her in Division C West. Did you guys prepare in any special way for a Tracer, or did you just kind of say, well, our game will speak for itself and we know how to deal with it? We're not worried about her at all.
Or to pick Tracer.
What happened?
Did we get cut off?
Oh, did we cut out for a second?
I think.
Oh.
I'm still here. You cut out.
Oh. Okay.
Did you? Maybe you
Oh,
didn't hear
sorry.
I had responded with me and Seven were both ready to take Tracer.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we had a little bit of a glitch there. That
There's
missed
too
part of
many
your
of us
sentence.
on this call.
There
Oh
really
yeah,
is.
way too many, but we're having so much fun. It's okay.
Never enough.
All right. So my other really important question, I can't ask. I mean, so how many scoops of ice cream? And we know what ice cream is, right? Wink, wink. Are you having tonight after your stunning victory?
I'm not having ice cream, but I'm cooking up a filet mignon.
Oh, damn. I'll be over in 10.
Fancy.
I
Filet
love
mignon shish
it.
kebabs, if you don't mind.
Oh, perfect. I don't even have to cut it. Just fits in my mouth. Less work for me.
That was the opening idea I went with. I was like, why work, right?
Yeah.
That's what works for. They make you work in the morning. You have fun at home.
And the one person we haven't heard from, Felindrith, are you still with us?
Hey, I'm still here.
What's up, buddy? Sorry for a little bit of awkwardness. I don't know what was going on with the observing, but you did an amazing job with the
it
production.
broke a bit, but that's fine.
Yeah. Hey, we just went with it. We're good.
No, I mean, there are so many people on this call that I don't think I have any questions left.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to give you the opportunity if you had a chance. So, Prudentious. Hopefully I said it right. Ugh, I don't want to be judged. So how are you guys feeling? You're going to be facing Rush B in your next playoff match next week. Have you given that any thought at all, or were you kind of just focusing on this game first, and then you'll kind of spend, the next few days kind of researching and preparing for that match?
There's no catwalk A. That's the obvious answer. Inside joke. And then, no, we take it week to week because, like Panda always says, we're just a group of friends that kind of hang out mostly to have fun with it and all that. We would never want to toss in something like, hey guys, log on 3 hours of, Twitch streaming for, and you have to skip the announcers. You go straight to the battle phase. But, we always tell everyone, we actually love hearing the announcers too because, we, contrary to what they think at, the previews in Nexus Gaming, we do read them. Psyched up for the match. And, I went into this, my only research I did or I knew was I am an underdog. I was placed to lose 2-1, and I just went with that. I said, let's do what we do best and prove them wrong.
You're welcome, by the way.
It's nothing. It's not against you. I sat there and I was laughing because when they linked me like the first 2 weeks, they were like, look at what they're saying, and I was like, doesn't matter. I'm solo top. I never get noticed, And then my friends always laugh because they're like, well, the camera has to be in the main action, and I was like, yeah, top. There's action like once every 10 minutes or so, or maybe someone comes to help you gank. But no, it's one of those things where TA it expands beyond HOTS. It goes also into almost a decade long of World of Warcraft. We've always been ranked underdogs, and we're actually comfortable being and happy to be.
Nice. Well, this was a huge win for you guys tonight, taking out the #1 seed. So first of all, congratulations again. And guys, gyms, you guys did awesome as well. It was a really fun series to cast for sure. And we just definitely want to thank you for, taking the time to join us in our big party line here. And do you have, before we let you go, do you have any shout outs or anything else you'd like to say?
I have 4.
Okay.
Panda, screw you, believe in the Q. The Q in Oreo is the best. Thank you, Mimi and Rose Petal. My gal's always rooting for me. And then last but not least, the reason I said filet mignon is because Saturday is my birthday, so I'm eating steak for 3 days. Duh.
Happy birthday!
Happy
almost.
birthday!
Happy birthday!
Thanks, guys.
What a great
know,
birthday
right?
Happy
present.
Hanukkah.
Right? Making it to
I
the,
always tell people I like my birthday in June because then you split two gifts twice in the year. One at the end and one in the middle of the way. Perfect time.
That is
I
nice.
couldn't disagree more. My birthday's in December, so I wish my birthday was in June.
You're like, Mom, do I get double gifts? No, you get one.
Well, thank you so much, and good luck next week in your match against Rush B. We'll definitely, I'm sure everybody is really excited to watch that, to root you guys on, or, the Rush B fans out there watching, will be rooting on Rush B, but either way, we definitely are expecting a awesome match between you guys.
So, thanks to you guys. You guys make it interesting, Sometimes it's easy to sit there and watch the games on TV because you guys make it entertaining. So, thanks, guys.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
It's our pleasure. I mean, we all love doing this, and we love NGS, and we love the community and all of you guys, all the teams and everyone. So we're happy to do it.
Right now, because, I don't know if they ever told you, but we won Cheer League Championship. And I always tell everyone, I'm like, I like the announcers over here better because A, they're on top of things, and B, we have one every week. Sometimes over there we'd be like, where's the announcer? You guys don't have one. Go. And we're like, where's the fun in that?
I remember those days as well.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
We are glad to have you in
you
NGS.
here. Yep, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining for the interview. We'll go ahead and let you get to celebrating.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right,
Good
you too.
night.
Thank you.
Congrats.
So, team, personally, since this is my channel, my stream, I really want to give a heartfelt thanks to everybody who joined me tonight. Weena's co-casting, thank you so much. I love you. And Cersei and Line...
Real quick. All right.
Yeah. And Cersei and
Did you get
Linehouse...
skipped between us?
No, it's okay. It's for the best.
I just want to thank you guys for taking the chance and trying a new idea here tonight with the big party call and the analyst desk. I appreciate you guys joining and giving this a try.
Yes,
It was fun.
Cersei,
Thanks for having
Linehouse, Falendrith, you guys really, you are the cherry on top of the sundae. The best part.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, and Falendrith working behind the scenes is amazing. So thank you to you as well. And I also want to give a big shout out to everybody who watched us on Twitch today. I know there was a lot of chat going on. You guys were really excited about the match. We had a lot going on in our party call. I wish I could have paid a little better attention, calling out the things that you guys were saying in chat. So that's something I will definitely work on in the future. But thank you for supporting NGS and for supporting, all of us here on the party chat and also the teams and divisions and just everything. Thank you. I love the world. No, I'm just kidding.
Simmer down now. Take it down.
I know, I'm getting a little out of control. So does anybody have any shout outs or anything they'd like to say in closing? crickets.
I mean, I'm good over here.
Just to clarify, it was 7-up yours, right? I just want to make sure. Other than that, I think I'm good.
Awesome. And Weenus, I'm sorry if I cut you off from getting to ask any questions.
Oh no, I was actually gonna skip my own questions anyways because I was like, we've held them long enough.
Yeah.
And a lot of my questions got asked as we went, so it all got addressed.
Okay.
You cannot hold a man off from his filet mignon for very long.
Right?
Exactly,
Right? I mean, you
exactly.
got to
Make
get
no
at that when
mistake.
it's fresh and
No
hot.
mistake about that. Steak.
Thanks for having us, guys. It's been fun.
Yep,
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
everybody.
All right, to everybody else, that is going to be it for us tonight. There are other playoff matches going on in NGS like all week long, basically. So definitely tune in to those across all the divisions. And also, next week, if you loved Team Awesomesauce, you can watch them again as they face off against Rush B in the finals.
Ooh, can you throw that playoff prediction up there? They want to see what our predictions are for who's going to win this thing.
The predictions? Or...
Yeah, can you? Yeah, exactly. Just throw
The-
that up there.
And
Yes.
what
The
they
bracket.
want to do.
That's the bracket. It's not predictions. It's real. This
Well,
really
you can put the
happened.
bracket up and then make predictions off of it.
The only thing I
Exactly.
haven't updated, I know some games happened earlier tonight over on the east side, so I don't have those updated yet, and obviously this one just completed, so I don't have Team Awesomesauce in there, but you can see Awesomesauce and Rush B are going to be facing off there to see who goes to the grand finals against whoever comes out of east. Do we know any of the results from earlier tonight, Circe? From Hand Banana and Buzz Kicks or Married with Children and Buzz Chess?
The hand banana and buzz kicks. That game is happening on Saturday evening at 6 Pacific time. And
Okay.
Swing, you and I are casting that one. So that hasn't happened yet.
That's right. So I think House of Chess Married with Children did happen earlier, though I'm not sure the
Yep,
results.
and Married Children won that 2-0.
Married with Children. Okay. So all we know right now is Married with Children, Rush B, and Team Awesomesauce are part of the Final Four, and it will be Saturday when we find out who that last team is going to be between Hand Banana and Buzz Kicks. But we should have some really exciting series coming up.
All right,
For
what's
sure.
your prediction?
Me?
Last two teams and then winner. Yeah, just for fun and giggles.
Oh gosh. With the way they played tonight, oh god, Rush B is so good too. I'm just gonna go with Awesomesauce for West, and for East, I'm gonna go with the banana.
Well, at least you're half right, because I agree with you on Rush B.
What's your prediction? Linehouse.
Well, I'm sorry, I agree with her on Hand Banana, but I do think it's Rush B and Hand Banana that are going to be in the finals for Division C.
Oh, uh-huh.
Okay.
Circe?
I gotta go with Linehouse on this one. I think Team Awesomesauce is gonna put up a fantastic fight, but I think if Rush B shows up in the form they have been going, they are gonna take the West, and I think Hand Banana has a very good chance of taking the East. It's gonna be a very exciting finals, no matter who's in it, though.
What about you, Enos?
Whew. I think it's going to be disbanded for the West against... Oh, man. Probably Squad 9 Alpha of the East. I think that's what we're going to end up with.
Awesome.
So if I'm right, you guys owe me $1 million. So.
Okay, I
Just
agree.
saying.
I'll agree to that.
Let me just start calling my boys and see if I can find them. We've got one at NASA, and
Oh, nice. I love it. And Felindrith, what about you?
Oh, dude, I don't know the stats. I just get the stats. I don't actually like look at them. I'm gonna go with Rush B on the west side because I cast them a bunch. They look super solid, and I hope to see them do well in the finals. East Division, I don't really know too well. I'm just gonna, let's just go. I hope Buzzkicks can get a little bit of an upset, and make their way to the finals. So, we'll see if they can do it, and looking forward to it.
Nice. Well, Team Awesomesauce already just said, Prudentious just said that Linehouse's predictions kind of lit a fire under them, and now you guys are feeding that flame Because
You're welcome.
I just want to say I'm the only one that picked Awesome Sauce. So remember that if you guys win it all.
Oh no, I'm waiting for Mo to actually hear it in the chat because I know he's gonna be lit when he finds out I did not pick them to win against.
That's fun. That's fun. That was a really good idea. I enjoyed that for sure. All right, so I think we've given chat what they wanted. Definitely gave them a nice detailed look here at the bracket, and with that, I think it's time to end the party.
There it is, KB Mo.
Yep, there's the beginning. I wonder if he's furiously typing more or if he's just like ending it with that.
Well, he's got to wait 2 minutes to catch up, so I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot in that time.
All right, where can we find all you guys on Twitter and Twitch?
Well, mine's simple. It's Linehouse on Twitter and Twitch because I'm a simple and boring man who has a name that no one steals, which I appreciate.
Nice. Cersei?
I am Cersei TCC on Twitch and Cersei_TCC on Twitter. You can find me in those.
Falendrith?
Yeah, I'm like Linehouse. I'm Falendrith on Twitter and Twitch. If you steal my name, I'm gonna have to hunt you down and like murder you. But like, no one usually does that. Maybe because I'll do that.
Hey Fal, if I help you in doing that, will you help me and murder steals my name?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
no.
Excellent.
Unique names will be enforced for sure.
Excellent.
A blood pact here live on Twitch. You never know what you're gonna get.
All right, and what about you, Weenus?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at MoistWeenus. You can find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/MoistWeenus. What about you? Back to you, Swing!
I'm at SwingTime Gaming on Twitter, and here on Twitch, I'm at twitch.tv/SwingTime. And with that, I think it really is time to move on to the after party. So we are going to let all of you go. I hope you had a great time, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thanks, everybody, for joining with the fun. Friends forever!
Bye!